Hi, I'm James Schillinglaw, and I'm here at the ASTA Travel Advisor Conference. It's the renamed conference they have every year, and we're here in Dallas. And Dallas also happens to be home to a little travel technology firm you may have heard of, Sabre. And I'm here with Todd Arthur, who's the Managing Director, North America Agency, Americas. You got a bunch of other titles there too. We got to look at that.
Yes.
But we're going to talk to Todd about what's going on with Sabre today. A lot of new stuff and a lot of new technology that I'm sure many of you already use or are using. And you're going to find out about that and more on Insider Travel Report. Todd, first of all, it's great to meet you here. Nice to be in your hometown here and talking about stuff like this. But I get a lot of releases from you. You're always constantly innovating. You got new stuff on the table for travel advisors in particular. But let's talk about some of those things. How are you kind of expanding your travel technology here in the U.S. market?
Yeah, thanks. First of all, James, great to meet you and great to participate today with you. We're really excited about the advancements that we've made in technology providing value to both sides of the marketplace, right. Both the supply side and the demand side. And we've done that in partnership with Google. So in January 2020, we signed an exclusive partnership with Google to do a couple things to move our business to Google Cloud, and also to do innovation in the travel technology space, again, for both the supply side and the demand side of the business. And we're really starting to roll a lot of that technology out and really bringing value to the marketplace, and we're really excited about it.
Yeah, you've done a lot. And so one of the things is you introduced Sabre Red Launchpad, which is being used by travel advisors already. And you were in beta test last year, but now you're really rolling it out. But first of all, tell us what that Sabre Red Launchpad is.
So if you think about coming out of the pandemic, a few things happened. Actually, a lot of things happened in the travel ecosystem. But we had people that advanced their retirement. We had people that moved out of the industry, moved into other industries. And so, as travel has recovered, there was obviously a need to bring new folks back into the ecosystem, new travel agencies, or consultants. And as a result of that, we identified a need that, if you think about the traditional way that booking was made, you had to go learn, a language.
I'm from the days of the green screens where you had to know a code, and travel advisors were not employed because they knew how to sell travel, but because they knew the code. And so you would say a Sabre or a WorldSpan or all those things. So it's a very different era, but you're absolutely right. These are new people coming into the business, and I think it's actually one of the faster growing professions, so they need tools that they can use, right?
Yeah, well, I think about when I learned Sabre, I spent 2 weeks at Sabre school.
Isn't that amazing? You say you had to go to school to learn how to do it.
I had to go to school to learn the commands and even then it was like it took time to become really efficient. So we identified this need that we wanted to introduce new people to the agency community, but we needed to do that in a really efficient way. So we had already launched Sabre Red 360, a graphical interface, but we needed to make something even kind of more scalable and easier to use and easier to bring people in. And so we've launched Sabre Red Launchpad, and that has allowed someone to come in essentially off the street and with very, very limited training to be able to shop, book, fulfill a booking. So we're really excited about that because we know the value that that's going to bring to our travel agency community.
And is that kind of the thing that's going to be used by most travel advisors in the future, even the ones that know all that code stuff?
Yeah, it is, and particularly with NDC coming on board, you need to be able to have graphical usage. So Launchpad will be something that a new person could come into the industry. There's obviously more capabilities that would be required that someone could then kind of move into kind of a deeper understanding of the ecosystem and of the business. But Launchpad will really be able to get people into the system and efficient. That's
amazing. And you already started with like 2 or 3 beta tests, and now you're beyond that. I know one of them because we wrote a little bit about it and talked to some of the folks there is Internova and Travel Leaders Network, right?
Yes, it is. And we're really excited because as they look to scale their businesses, as they look to take their individual contributors who are bringing value to their business, but maybe not booking air or booking hotels, they're able to do that now with Launchpad. And so we're really excited to bring more value to the ecosystem ecosystem, and that's really what Sabre is about using technology to bring value to the ecosystem, and we're doing that, and we're really excited about that.
Absolutely. Now, one of the other ecosystems that you're heavily involved in is a topic, actually the topic du jour here, given what happened yesterday. It's new distribution capability, and there's been a lot of debate, a lot of talk about it. A lot of advisors are trying to adapt to it, and it isn't quite there yet for some things. But Sabre, you've been working with airlines to get them on board this whole system for quite some time now, right?
We have. We've invested a lot of time in this, and it really makes sense. If you think about what NDC is suppliers, airlines, hotels, they want to be able to distribute their content in a way they do it on their own direct channel, so they want to have modern retailing. We support that. Brings a lot of value to the ecosystem. So we've invested a lot in technology for NDC capabilities, both on the supply side, coming from our partners there, as well as to the agency community. So we're really excited about the future holds for both the ecosystem and ultimately for the consumers.
Now, one of the debates here was obviously there was a big kind of fight between ASTA and American Airlines, which is ironic because American Airlines used to own Sabre many years ago. That over the NDC, they were trying to implement it early, before a lot of advisors were ready, and that would make them, didn't have access to maybe 40%, they said, of Americans' fares. Now, yesterday, of course, the big news here was that American backed down and said, we're going to be like everybody else, as far as I know, we're going to wait and make sure we're all set. How quickly do you think both the airline side of the business and the travel advisor side can get together and make sure this really happens?
Well, we're really, we're really excited about NDC because we realize the value that it brings to the entire ecosystem. But we also understand it's a significant change. If you think about kind of the move off of paper tickets, that took,
that was a while.
it took a few years to happen. And so we want to, again, be the technology provider of both sides of the marketplace, bringing value. And we know that's going to take time to roll that out. It's a change in process, the way travel agencies, travel consultants, book, shop, fulfill, et cetera, NDC, as well as EDIFACT, because we're going to live in a dual world for many, many years to come, and we're excited about the technology that we provide to our customers to be able to do that in both the NDC world as well as the EDIFACT world.
Yeah, so you think, well, I was talking to someone from ARC the other day, and in fact, we did an interview with someone with ARC who was part of the working group, and she said, I think, this is going to happen, you're going to see a significant rollout by end of this year, beginning of next year, I think. So hopefully, I remember initially everybody thought somehow NDC was intended to bypass both travel advisors and the GDS, but that was not true, right?
It's really about modern retailing, and supply side, they want to be able to retail in the way they do in their own direct channel. And I'm thankful for the technology that we've invested in, because it's going to continue to bring value to both sides of the marketplace. Well,
I know I get a release almost every week about some airline that you've signed up with to provide NDC. So, and I'm sure you're doing that with travel agencies as well. So I think it's going to happen. It has to happen. It's just that it's been a little painful process here with this whole American debate, and hopefully that's now over with, and we're going to see NDC adopted. And as I was talking to Zane Kirby, who's the ASTA president and CEO, he said, we're not against NDC. We just want to make sure all our members can use it effectively, and it sounds like you're helping them do that.
Yeah, and we believe in a strong ecosystem, right? It cannot just be on one side, the demand or the supply side. So we have invested in technology that's going to continue to bring value to both sides of the marketplace. But also we realize this transition is something that we all need to be a part of. And we're thankful for the partners that we've had that have really looked at the big picture and what technology is needed. So we're really excited about that.
Now, are you involved at all? Everybody's talking about AI, artificial intelligence.
Yes.
You're working with Google. Google just rolled out an AI product, I think, as well, which is supposed to be helping advisors. Where do you see Sabre interacting with the AI?
Yeah, we're not just interacting, we are leading the way in the marketplace in technology. And again, our partnership with Google has been key in this. I mean, it's well known. I think they have something like 8 or 9 products that have 2 billion or more users. They understand data, they understand AI. And so part of us moving to Google Cloud has created an opportunity for us to really develop solutions and tools that travel agencies, travel consultants will be able to use that bring more efficiencies to their operations, will allow agencies to grow without adding cost to their business, and will ultimately drive a better user experience for the consultants and for the end consumers.
Well, let's hope that all happens. It's going to probably be the case. I see this gradually rolling out, and it's going to all work great. People shouldn't be afraid of AI. They shouldn't be afraid of NDC if you're a travel advisor, and I'm sure you're finding ways to make them both compliant and also use these tools to their advantage.
And what I would say to you, James, is like any industry going through a transition, you need to have good partnership, right? And that's the value that we bring. That's the reason why Sabre's continue to grow, is because we're bringing value to the partnership. And as we go through this transition of NDC, it's a big change for a lot of folks in the ecosystem, but Sabre's leading the way, and we're leading the way in helping our agencies as well as helping our airline partners really kind of get to that end goal, which is modern retailing, modern fulfillment, and doing it in a way that is a user experience that is like today you would do in any other consumer shopping experience.
And people forget, Sabre was the original technology provider. You partnered with IBM to even create the system back when you were owned by American, and now here you are still many years later doing the same, right?
Yeah, we're really excited about it because not only do we have a lot of kind of institutional knowledge about the industry, but we're also leading the way of where the industry is headed and where the industry is going to. And again, modern retailing, and that is really exciting because it's going to bring value. It is bringing value to our travel ecosystem through both the supply side and the demand side.
We go out to about 125,000 travel advisors across the U.S., a little bit in Canada. Anything else you want to tell them about all these wonderful products like Sabre Red, obviously your NDC products, anything else you want to say to them?
Yeah, I would say that if you've not seen Sabre in a while, or if you don't know Sabre at all, please reach out to us at sabre.com. We have a lot of great enabling solutions that will bring value to your business, to you as a travel consultant, and we would love to show those to you.
Well, Todd, great to meet you here at ASTA in your hometown. It's been great to be here. A little rainy, I don't know, we didn't think it rained in Texas, but it did rain a little bit here. But it's still great to be here. And again, thank you for filling us in on everything that Sabre's doing today.
Yeah, thank you so much, James. We really do appreciate it and appreciate the value that you bring to the travel ecosystem. Thank you.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.